Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to part number 1 of our September run. Let's get into the video. And before we get into the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and let's get into it. And we start with the news that we have drawn Burnley in the Carabao Cup third round. The Burnley that beat us in the last episode by 2-1. We beat West Ham 3-1 actually off camera before we go into this game there against Watford, Spurs, Everton. Get the feeling, give me some Champions League games in here. This is what we're going to probably break it down into 2 episodes. The Champions League draw is as well at some point today, which is why we've come back just before the September games. We're just going to leave that to the physio for the abdominal strain for Cristiano Limaro. And here we go. It is the Champions League group stage draw. Let's view the draw. And we are in part number 3 after our performance last year. Only 56, but then again, if it is our first Champions League venture, really only our second or third European venture as well, it makes perfect sense as to why we are so low. But just look at the teams that we can get drawn against. I mean, Celtic wouldn't be that bad there. Shakhtar on a bad team to get from pot 2. Neither are Atletico Madrid. Wouldn't mind AC Milan either. We beat Juventus last season. And then in Group 1, Porto, Ajax, maybe Dortmund. We obviously will avoid Liverpool as it is. So let's just draw the first lot of teams out. And now to the second part. So PSG and Shakhtar are together. So wouldn't be the worst group in the world to get PSG and Shakhtar. Inter with Man United. So we can't go into Group B. We want to avoid Group C. Although, saying that, we did beat Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona in the group stages last season in the Champions League. So maybe wouldn't be the end of the world. And I've hit draw all, and so we're not in that group. We're not in Group B either. As we scroll down, we're not in Group E or F. We're not in Group G with Real Madrid, Juventus. So what does that group look like? We couldn't have asked for a better group than that. Atletico Madrid, FC Porto, Aston Villa, and FC Zurich from Switzerland. Not a bad group at all. We have got every chance of getting out of that as group winners. So the schedule for the month of September looks like this now. It's Watford, Spurs, Zurich, Everton, Burnley and Newcastle. So only the 6 games now. I thought there might be 8. I thought we might get a couple more Champions League group games. I thought we might have got 2 in this month. But no, just the 6 games. We're going to see if we can get these done quickly and get them done in this episode. I'm not 100% sure yet. As I said at the start, it was part 1. We'll see how we get through these 6 games. So it's the opening game of the episode, and the team looks like this. It's Wadsworth in goal, Sondergaard, Upamecano, Brunic and Alex across the back, Savicev in front of them, Tunjo and Hudson Enrique midfield, Osmar on the left, Rog on the right, Klosh plays up front. And let's get into the game. First highlight of this game in a very dull game. We've dominated the stats. Watford have really provided nothing, but we haven't done anything highlight worthy. As Rudic now on the right hand side, back to Ortiz Lopez. Rudic again under a bit of pressure. Lesniak, Ben goes back to Ortiz Lopez. Rudic on that right hand side goes over halfway. Has to go back to Ortiz Lopez. Can we win the ball back here? Because Watford are knocking around nicely as Fen out to Rudic on the right hand side. Through ball. Fen's in behind the defence. Fen, and that is a poor effort there by the Watford player. Really a good chance for them to take the lead. Their first shot. I think that was their first shot of the game. And at half time, we've been ahead on the shots, but only one highlight. That was Watford, and we've been really, really poor here today. 5 minutes into the second half, gone with slightly a different mentality. Told the boys I was happy with the performance, just hoping that they can just really turn it on. Didn't feel the need to berate here. Hudson Enrique gets the ball and pulled back, and it's fired in by Nikita Raj as Osmar was brought down. I don't know whether there was a shout for a penalty at all, but Nikita Raj gives us the lead 5 minutes into the second half as he fires into virtually an empty net. It was really well done on the right hand side. Hudson Enrique with a little turn of pace towards the byline, drilled it across. Osmar was tripped and Rog fires it in. There was no advantage played by the referee, so no foul. It is 1-0 here, and really, I wouldn't say we've necessarily deserved this, but we have the lead clinical as that corner is headed away. Hudson Enrique will pick it up, gives it back to Alex, goes forward to Hudson Enrique, switches out to Nikita Wright. Will he cross it in? Pulls it back onto his right foot for Tunjo, and Wubishet Tunjo with his 3rd of the season. 2-0, quick-fire double, and that should be all she wrote today. Gallo now on the right-hand side as they look to get an immediate response over to Fen, who finds the back of the net. That is going to be checked. I wonder whether he was offside. Wadsworth having a walk to the referee, who's about 40 yards from his goal. It is going to be checked, and it is disallowed. Watford's immediate goal back is cancelled out. Hadi Fen was just offside. I think that was Upamecano who sat very deep there. But fortunately for him, Fen just straight offside. It was a great finish, but we're inside an hour now, and it is 2-0 still. Gallo under a bit of pressure to Thiago Enrique. Lesniak. Out to McAvoy. Then back to goal. Gives back to McAvoy. Rudich has made a run on the right hand side. Gets towards the byline. Pulls it back from McAvoy. He goes back to Lesniak now. Got to try and find a one to back. Thiago Enrique has space and fires it over the bar from 25 yards. Savicev now looks out for Osmar. It's cut out though. Thiago Enrique into Fenn. Fenn's beyond his man again. Fenn with the shot and Wadsworth tips it over the bar. And Paddy Fenn has been by far Watford's most influential player. Unfortunate not to have his name on the score sheet really. This ball goes in headed away and we don't look comfortable at the back. And I thought we'd reinforced pretty well there. But at the moment we just look all at sea at times. Into stoppage time now as we look to shut up shop and walk away with a 2-0 victory. 2 wins from the first 3. Really well done. Quick fire double. Nikita Raj and Wubishet Tunjo getting the goals. Wasn't a vintage performance from us. I think these new signings are going to take a little bit of time to bed in. It's probably the most that we've upheavaled the squad since we've been here. So it will probably take a little bit of time. But we start off this episode with a 2-0 victory away at Watford. Big game for us today. Spurs is going to be a tough game. Obviously after that opening day defeat to Burnley, we've come up with back-to-back victories since. We just need to turn this another victory as Osmar gets through and Sondergaard makes the save for Spurs. So there's 2 S Sondergaards playing today. We've got Simon Sondergaard and Soren Sondergaard. So I wonder if they're related. Maybe we'll have to have a look at that as this game goes on. Osmar now out to our Sondergaard. Back to Burvets. Goes all the way back to Suarez now. Brunig over halfway. Out to the right side and Werrison who's dropped out wide to collect it. Alex. Back to Brunig again. Has a bit of space. Finds the ball to Bellino. Alex now. He'll get the run in towards Enrique again, who's drifted wide. Will he look to try and get the ball in? He does get to the ball and gets the ball in. Wubishet Tunjo glances it across the goal and just wide of the post. We've given him the chance to play up front today. And first real chance for him goes begging. Sondergaard now on the left-hand side gives it to Burvet. Out to Osmar now. Looks in field but then has to go back to Suarez. And he receives it back from him. Between them, they're playing around Werrison in the middle of the park. Bellino switches out to right side Hudson Enrique. Drops it back to Alex. Werrison there with the run forward. Gives it back to poor Alex. He goes back to Brunig now. And under a little bit of pressure, forcing us back. Ball down the line to Hudson Enrique. Now, can he get the ball in again? Gets the ball and squares it across to Werrison. Back to Hudson Enrique. Tunjo fires in the header. 4th goal of the season for Wubishet Tunjo. And he's showing that he's a goal-scoring machine when given the chance. Starting as a striker today, he makes it 1-0 inside half an hour. Hudson Enrique here got to the byline, squares it across the byline to Jose Werrison, who just flicks it back into the path of Enrique. And his cross met at the near post by Wubishet Tunjo. It's 1-0. Spurs looking to get themselves straight back into this game. And it is a worry that we look so susceptible to conceding a goal straight after scoring. As Burvets cuts that out, Sondergaard now a couple of quick passes, goes back to the goalkeeper Wadsworth, and Bruning now to Bellino. Nice little triangles as we try and find our way out of trouble, and we do just that. Sondergaard on the left-hand side, over halfway now, driving towards this byline now, infield to Osmar. Goes back to Burvets. Sondergaard's in behind the defence, squares across, Joe. 2 goals in a minute, and we have a player on our hands here. Wubishet Tunjo was brought in as a wonder kid from Newcastle. We dropped him back to a central midfield role for the last couple of years. Why Fredrico Parillas was so prolific up front, and Wubishet Tunjo showing that he could take the mantle from Fredrico Parillas. It's 2-0 here, 31 minutes on the clock. Osmar now into Tunjo. Burvet now on the left hand side, back into Tunjo, and he's fired it in. And Wubishet Tunjo has a hat-trick here in the first half. 3 goals in 15 minutes for the striker come midfielder, come striker once again. And a mistake by Simon Sondergaard in the Tottenham goal. But Tunjo will not care. His ball out to Burvets to the left of him. Back into the path of Tunjo. He hit it early and it went through the hands of Sondergaard. It's 3-0. It's a hat-trick for the youngster. And maybe, just maybe, he could be the answer to our prayers here. We've spent money on strikers. But Wubishet Tunjo getting the chance to play up front here. And he'll probably get the chance to play up front against Zurich in the next game as well. As he gets the ball, and that ball is cut out by him by Roberto Carlos. Hudson Enrique wins it back there. Back to Tunjo. Bellino. Brunig now, Alex. Can we conjure another goal just before half time? We got a quick fire double on the half-hour mark. Can we get a quick fire double on the stroke of half time? Tunjo is in behind after the mistake and he puts that one wide. De Bravo now on the right hand side for Spurs. Goes past his man over halfway. Tries to switch to Flavio Jose. Not down to Arca. Out to, I'm not sure that was Flavio Jose. And Wadsworth with a great save once again. And that ball is fired up towards Tunjo. Hudson Enrique collects it. And we get away with one there. Spurs getting a goal back straight after half time may have caused us some bother. But luckily for us, it hasn't gone that way. And another great save by Wadsworth, who has turned into an absolutely exceptional goalkeeper. If he doesn't end this sort of his career with 100+ England caps? I do not know, because he's absolutely exceptional. He's the difference between us winning stuff and not winning stuff. I mean, we knew when we came in he was a fantastic player. As that ball switched out to the left-hand side of Oswald, caught in field, and there's a poor effort. We knew he was a fantastic player when we took over. We obviously loaned him out because he was more potential than current ability, but he has just excelled since he's been at the club. Boohavs, ball over top for Arca. Arca's through one-on-one, and he fires it into the top corner. Augusto Arca makes it 3-1, and that is not ideal. Kerslake looks that ball in, and Wadsworth comfortably collects it and holds on to it, and he'll waste as much time as he can here. 3-1 up with just under 18 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Looks long. Osmar will try and get up. He takes it down. Brilliant control from the left winger. Back to Sondergaard now. Infield to Burvets. Up in Meccano. He gives it to Jose Werison. Hudson Enrique on the right, into Jorge Nedros, back to Hudson Enrique now. Can he get the cross in at the byline? Does get the cross in. Jorge Nedros hits the post from about a yard. How has he missed the target there? And it remains 3-1. Ball over top for a die, and Wadsworth can collect that comfortably. Just over 5 minutes to play now. And as I said, we were trying to kill things off here as Nedros turns his man, does brilliantly well there, into Hudson Enrique. He's missed the target. Oh my word, that was a brilliant chance. Excellently done by Jorge Nedros. And Hudson Enrique had a great chance to make it 4-1 there, put the icing on top of the cake. But it is a 3-1 victory, and we start the episode with back-to-back victories. After that defeat in the first league game of the last episode, I was slightly worried how this season might progress, but we've done 2 brilliant jobs so far. 3-1 victory here, and we move on to the Champions League. We ring in the changes for this home tie against Zurich in the Champions League. Wadsworth in goal, Daniel, Small, Upamecano and Costa across the back, Savicev in front of them, Osmar and Burvets in the centre midfield, Pires on the left, Kozl on the right, Jorge Nedros up front. So we have a left back playing at centre back, an attacking player playing at right back, someone who can play on the left wing playing at left back as well. Very attacking side. Brunig, Sondergaard, Bellino, Klosh, Brown, Enrique and Wubishet Tunjo on the bench. I know we said we were going to play Wubishet Tunjo. You know what? No, Tunjo's going to start ahead of Nedros, getting some game time. I was thinking about starting Woodglang and Klosh to get him some, maybe get him some goals, but Wubishet Tunjo deserves another chance to see how good he is. And we were going to check if this Simon Sondergaard was his brother. He is his brother as well. So, yep, so his brother's at Spurs. He is, why can I not see his age, 20. And our Sondergaard is, where is he? 23. So we have the older brother. It is time for the Champions League. And let's hopefully start as we mean to go on with a victory and make it 3 for 3 in this episode. Ball whipped in towards the far post. It's headed away. Upamecano is going to collect it. He gives it into Savicev now. Into Small. Thierry Small now. Into Pius. Lovely ball through for Petr Kozl. Makes it 1-0. I think there was a hint of offside there, but I don't think it was Kozl that was offside. I think it was Tunjo. It's going to be checked. Goal is disallowed, and I want to see that. I didn't think Kozl was the man offside. Small with the ball in. No, the offside is against Tunjo. He didn't touch it, but the goal doesn't count, and it remains 0-0. It is the one thing that we've gradually done over the season since we've been there. As this ball switched out to Petr Kozl on the right-hand side. Can he find the ball into the box? Pulls it back to Osmar, and it's found its way in. And I don't know who that hit. Was it one of our players? I don't think it was, because that is going to count. It is 1-0, and Osmar with a screamer from about 25 yards. He took a deflection. Petr Kozl did well, got towards the byline. He pulled it back all the way to Osmar. He hits it, and the keeper was going to make a comfortable save. And it was just a deflection from the number 33 there. That was, I'm not sure who that was. I'm guessing it was De Fabro or Ruig. But nonetheless, it is 1-0, 10 minutes till half time. Tunjo now with his back to goal. It's a poor ball from him. And the one thing, Tunjo, is he onside? It's 2-0. I was going to say he hasn't scored just yet. No flag. Apparently he's up on the far side. It didn't look up. He was away offside, 100%. It's a lovely finish. Keeper had no chance, but the flag just doesn't go up over there by the look of that. Half time it's going to be 1-0, and because Wubishet Tunjo hasn't really performed today, let's give Wolfgang Klosch 45 minutes against a team that I'd expect him to score goals against, and hopefully he can get his name on the score sheet and get his account open for the club. Osmar into Klosch now, holds it up. Ball out to the left side and Pires. Pires now into the box, hits the shot, and it's saved by Kissling. Keeps it out. It was a bit of a tame effort, really. Went for placement rather than power. And Pires will put this in-swinging ball in, and Small gets up and heads it over the bar. Just had to check as well. Wolfgang Klosch looks so big in the match engine. He's only 6'2". For some reason, I knew he wasn't massive. As Bervet hits the shot, he's gone through the hands of Kislin, and somehow he goes out for a corner kick. I thought that was going to sneak inside the post. He just looks so much bigger in the match engine than 6'2". When the ball gets played into, especially back to goal, he looks huge. But Fisher can bring it over halfway, goes in field to Manka, and we should be able to deal with that. But yeah, we've restricted Zurich to absolutely nothing. No shots, none on target. It is 1-0. Second goal, so we can just sit back and be comfortable would be nice. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that way. Costa throws that into Petacozzo now. Gives it back to Costa. Back to Upamecano. Costa has a bit of space now. Goes back to Upamecano. Should have really got the ball in first time from that deep position. Bervet's now. Forced out to the right hand side. Looks in field to Kozzo. Kozzo with his back to goal. Into Bervet. Squares it across. Klosch, and he's blocked. And that was a chance for him to get a simple goal. Put it over for his first for the club. No such luck. And here's a corner kick now on that far side. Bervet's with his right foot will swing it in towards Osmar. Headed away. Upamecano picks it back up. Infield to Small. Back to Bervet. What's he going to do? He takes his time. Hits the shot. It's a poor effort and Rug can smash it away. Costa picks it back up now. Small. Upamecano. Costa again. Nice little triangles on the half island. No real pressure. Bervet's out to Nadruz. Puts it in towards Klosch and he heads it over the bar. Nadruz receives it back. Cuts in field. Hoy Nadruz. Shot blocked. It's found its way in. It's his first goal of the season. 2-0. Game, set and match. 10 minutes to play. The deflection just looped it over the goalkeeper. Daniel with the throw into Osmar. Into Nadruz. Little 1-2 as he made the room for himself. Cuts inside. Hits the shot and the slide tackle just deflects it over the goalkeeper. It's 2-0. 2 deflective efforts. 2 goals. Game, set and match. Boy, Nadruz is certainly a lot better of a winger than a striker. We've seen that last season when we brought him on in the wing in some of the games. He's so good out there on that left-hand side as he picks up the ball once again. Infield to Daniel. Now he can drive into the box. Nadruz getting infield for him. Into Petacozzo. Saved by Kislin. And Marina gives it back to him so he can smash it away. Real good chance. Petacozzo had a couple of good opportunities today. He's played really well, I've got to say. As Marina into Fisher now. Ball through to Romani and he smashes it in. Florent Romani makes it 2-1 in stoppage time. That is a really poor goal to concede. Zurich have not offered a lot today, but they get a goal back. Romani on that right hand side gave it to Marina, into Fisher, into Melovic, and Romani fires it under Wadsworth. 4-2-1 here with 90 seconds left to play, and that should be that. It is a 2-1 victory. One shot on target Zurich had and they scored it, but Osmar and Hoy and Nadruz both with deflected efforts get us the victory. Villa 2, Zurich 1, and we start our Champions League campaign exactly as we meant to. Junjo ball towards Enrique, who's in between the defenders, hits the shot and it's wide of the post. Corner kick here, Sondergaard will take it towards the far post, headed away. Savicev collecting it from deep into Enrique now. Brunik, Rog, bit of space, hits the shot and it found its way in. Nikita Raj makes it 1-0, and why is that offside? How is that offside? Goal stands, and I'm not even sure what that was being checked for. Savicev picked up the ball with his back to goal. He gave it to Enrique into Nikita Raj. I'm not sure. Are we going to see the lines? Was it even close? Like I say, it is 1-0. It's going to count. Hudson Enrique into Bruni. I mean, why does that need to be checked? He's easily onside. Beat Alcaron at his near post. It's poor goalkeeping from Sergio Alcaron. And it's 1-0. 10 minutes to play to half time. And sometimes this game absolutely baffles me as Alex tries to cut that ball out. Ball's back to Di Francesco. Ball in for Kaiki. And it's 1-1 and they get the immediate equaliser. Pretty much 7 minutes it's taken for them to get back on level terms. Everton 1, Villa 1. Ball into the far post. Alex, I thought I'd done enough here against Di Francesco. Got the block in, but he received it back. Gets across towards the far post and Kaiki arriving. That is a lovely finish, sweeping home from inside the 6-yard box. 1-1. Just feel that if we can get one of our strikers firing regularly, we could have a fantastic season here. Nikita Raj to the byline, pulls it across. Thomas Kozl sweeps it home from about 3 yards. We get back in front literally about 60 seconds after being pulled back here at Bramley Moore Dock Stadium. It is 1-1. Nikita Raj to the byline, got the cross in. I thought Wolfgang Klosch could have attacked it at the near post. He didn't. And lovely little cushion finish from Thomas Kozl. It is 2-1. 9 minutes to half time. Rog with the ball in, headed away by Kiss. Thomas Kozl runs away from goal to collect it. Into Savicev now. Tunja looks at ball towards Nikita Raj and Alcaron with a good save to his left. It remains 2-1. Oliveira looks that ball out, and it's into Morales now. Morales with the shot, and Wadsworth doesn't get down. And it's 2-all. It's such a sloppy goal to concede. Juan Carlos Morales getting the equaliser with 2 minutes left to play. It was a ball switched out from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Oliveira to Oysal. He touched the ball back inside from Morales. He took the shot on first time, and Wadsworth just seemed to take an age to get down there. It is 2-2, and that is really, really disappointing. 2-all draw here today, and we'll bring you the result of the Carabao Cup tie against Burnley. We won't show that game, and we will end the episode after that one. Nearly the whole month has been done. We're going to cut it short just before the end of the month. We'll show you the result of the Burnley game after that 2-all draw there. Disappointing concede so late on. 3-0 victory in the Carabao Cup. Late goals, Osmar Wolfgang Klosch got off the mark with his first goal for the club, and Hudson Enrique on the 88th minute to seal it. 3-0 victory. It means we're through to the fourth round. The draw for that is tomorrow. We'll quickly show you that before we leave. We'll come back for these games here. Atletico Madrid, Sheffield United, the Carabao Cup fourth round tie, Brentford and Atletico Madrid. Episode bookmarked by the Atletico Madrid games. Let's just quickly show you the draw for the Carabao Cup before we leave today. So the draw for the Carabao Cup, we'll quickly draw this. Arsenal play Bournemouth, Chelsea play Leicester, Liverpool play Spurs, Grimsby play Man City. A lot of the big clubs have gone already. Wolves play Nottingham Forest, Villa play Everton, who we've just drew 2-all with. Man United play Bristol City, and Huddersfield play Luton. So as I just said, the next episode will be sandwiched in between the Atletico Madrid games. Atletico Madrid, Sheffield United, Everton, Brentford and Atletico Madrid in the end of October through to the start of November. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.